guidance of Ibu Misraat Solihat. Today, I will be discussing 3 novels. There are Robinson Crusoe, The Little Prince, and The Awakenings. So, let's dive in and explore these stories together. Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe is a tale of adventure, survival, and self-discovery. The story unfolds with Robinson Crusoe, a young man from New York, recounting his early life marked by his strong desire to venture into the sea despite his father's wish for a stable career. His journey starts with a disastrous voyage that leaves him captured by pirates and himself in North Africa, where he endures 2 years of captivity in Saudi. Despite his servitude, Crusoe's determination for freedom persists, eventually leading him to seize an opportunity to escape. During a fishing trip, he takes command of a small boat, navigating it into unknown waters, hoping for freedom. Eventually, he encounters a Portuguese ship, which rescues him and brings him to Brazil. Crusoe finds support from the captain and over time prospers as a plantation owner. However, his unfettered spirit soon leads him to embark on a trading expedition to Guinea, which tragically ends in a shipwreck, leaving him stranded on a remote island. The initial period on the island is filled with fear and uncertainty as he adjusts to his harsh surroundings. Nevertheless, Crusoe's survival instinct takes over. He learns to fish, hunt, and environmental threats. The solitude leads him to introspect on his choice, sparking a gradual transformation in his character. Days blend into months as Crusoe masters survival skills, building shelters and crafting furniture while grappling with sickness, loneliness, and dreams of past transgressions. Through reflection, he developed a newfound spirituality, turning to prayer and meditation. Crusoe's spiritual journey is enriched by the isolation of the island, giving him to seek redemption and find solace in faith. This task, though difficult, gradually becomes second nature to him, highlighting his resilience in adapting to unforgiving environment. A significant turning point occurs when Crusoe discovers a human footprint in the sand, igniting fears of hostile savage on the island. Initially, he suspects supernatural forces, but upon rational reflection, he concludes that the footprint likely belongs to indigenous people who occasionally visit the island. His fear prompts him to fortify his shelter, symbolizing his internal struggle with paranoia and survival. Eventually, Crusoe encounters a group of native people and rescues a man who become his loyal companion, Friday. Crusoe teaches Friday English and introduces him to Christianity, forming a bond that enriches his life and brings companionship to his years of solitude. Full of a mountaineer ship offers Crusoe a chance to leave the island with Friday's help. He acts the captain of the ship in reclaiming control from the mountaineers. Through a calculated plan, they succeed, and Crusoe finally gets the opportunity to return to England. This conclusion showcases his development from an impulsive young adventurer to a wise and resourceful survivor. Crusoe's journey from a life of recklessness to one marked by faith, resilience, and camaraderie reflects his profound transformation, making Robinson Crusoe an enduring tale of human endurance and redemption. The story ends with Crusoe returning home, yet forever changed by the trials he faced on the island, leaving open the possibility for further adventure. The Awakening follows the story of Edna Pontellier, a young woman who embarks on a journey of self-discovery while vacationing with her husband, Leonce, and their two young sons at a resort on the island of Queen Isle, Louisiana, during the late 19th century. Edna's life is one of comfortable conformity yet. From the beginning, she is portrayed as disconnected from her prescribed role as a wife and mother. Her desire for something more is evident when she chooses to spend her time with Robert Lebrun, a charming and attentive young man, rather than attending to her family and domestic duties. Through her interaction with Robert, Edna begins to experience emotion and yearning that shake the foundation of her traditional life. The narrative opens with Edna and Robert engaged in light-hearted conversation on the porch of their cottage. This moment is interrupted by the arrival of Leonce, who proudly criticizes Edna for the sunburned skin, addressing her more as a possession than a partner. This interaction reveals the emotional distance between Edna and Leonce, a gulf that only grows as Edna becomes more aware of her own feelings and frustration. Leonce embodies the traditional patriarchal expectation of the time, assuming Edna's primary role is to serve him and care for their children. For Edna, however, the summer represents a period of awakening and transformation, as she begins to question her life choice and the societal norms that define her role as a woman. As the summer progresses, Edna begins to explore her individual, seeking a sense of self separate from her duties as a wife and mother. She takes up painting as a creative outlet, allowing her to express her inner thought and passions, which have long been suppressed. Her relationship with Robert also deepens yet remains ambiguous. Their connection hovers between friendship and romance, hinting at the possibility of an emotional and even romantic awakening for Edna. But society's moral constraints keep them from truly pursuing their connection. Throughout the awakening, Chopin contrasts Edna with the mother, woman around her, who fully embrace their domestic role, notably Madame Ratignolle. Madame Ratignolle served as an idealized image of femininity and motherhood, selflessly dedicating herself to her children and her husband. Edna feels stifled by the expectation of becoming a mother, woman, and longs for an existence where she can prioritize her needs and desires. Edna's desire and societal normal intensing during a significant evening when Leonce returned home late, disturbing the children. Edna is overwhelmed by a vague sense of anguish and frustration. The breakdowns make a pivotal moment in Edna's journey as she begins to realize the depth of her. She becomes more determined to resist the constraints placed upon her, distancing herself emotionally and physically from the life she feels trapped. As summer draws to a close, Edna's transformation accelerates. Her newfound sense of self leads her to make the bold decision to move out of her family home and into her own pigeon house, a smaller, independent residence. This act is radical for a woman of her time, symbolizing her departure from the traditional expectation of domesticity and submission. Now, largely unencumbered, Edna remains at Crane Island, embracing her autonomy. The climax of the awakening is reached when Edna, unburdened by family obligation, swims out into the open sea. This moment is filled with ambiguity, as her action can be seen as both a triumphant assertion of her independence. In her final moments, the sea enfolds her, symbolizing both her liberation from societal expectation and the harsh reality that her desires are ultimately inattainable with the constraint of her world. Whether Edna's last act is an expression of autonomy or a capitulation to despair remains open to interpretation, underscoring the complexity of her character and the novel itself.
The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry is a profound and philosophical novella that explores themes of love, loss, and the nature of human relationships. The story begins with the narrator, a pilot, recounting how, as a child, he loved to draw but was discouraged by adults who didn't understand his art. The narrator said, "Growing ups never understand anything by themselves, and it is tiresome for children to be always and forever explaining to them." As a result, he abandoned his passion and became a pilot. Years later, the pilot crashes his plane in the Sahara Desert. While repairing the aircraft, he meets a strange boy, the Little Prince.
The Little Prince embarks on a journey through various planets, encountering different characters. He meets a conceited king who demands obedience, a fine man seeking admiration, a lonely drinker drowning his sorrows in alcohol, and a busy businessman consumed by number. Despite their idiosyncrasies, each encounter leaves the Little Prince pondering the peculiarities of grown-ups. It, however, questioned the businessman on the purpose of possessing stars. A chance encounter with a street lamp lighter on a small planet led the Little Prince to reflect on the meaningfulness of work and personal connection. As the Little Prince journeyed through various planets, he encountered individuals like the geographer, a fox, and a merchant. Its imperative valuable lesson on relationship, responsibility, and the essence of true seeing. A poignant discovery of a well in the desert reinforced the importance of seeking with the heart rather than just the eyes. The Little Prince's sentiment of essentially lying beneath the visible surface. Finally, a mysterious encounter with the venomous snake and a subsequent poignant parting with the Little Prince, highlighting themes of sacrifice, love, and bittersweet farewells. The Little Prince reminisces about the joy of hearing his friends laugh and the significance of his unique star among the others. He shares wisdom about the invisible essence of what is truly important, likening it to the sweetness of loving a flower or gazing at the star. Despite the impending separation, he consoled his friend with the promise of eternal friendship and shared laughter through the star, leaving behind a legacy of bells that can laugh, urging others to look to the star. And years later, the narrator continues to ponder the Little Prince's adventure and the unanswered question of whether the ship before now serves as a poignant reminder of the innocent and wonder that children possess, or the reader to embrace the mysteries of life and hold onto the fleeting moment of joy and laughter. The landscape where the Little Prince arrived and departed remained a symbol of hope and longing, inviting travelers to pause and reflect under the vast expanse of the desert sky.